Why Bihon looks so weird? What? What? Seriously, this is Miko? Miko begins playing the piece, soft piano notes reverberating around the room. Okay, this doesn't make sense, okay? Miko is so hot in this picture, but why Miko look unattractive? I don't mean unattractive. He look very small size and look like a nerd usually when we see him. Okay, during those scenes. Game developer, please explain why. Here you are, you can hold on to this until you have your stuff back. Thank you, coach. Can I smell your jacket? I bet it smells nice. I put it on over my sweater. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll continue to play Dawn Chorus Part 5. Before we start, please subscribe my channel. Okay, let's get started. Locker room. After the walk, the four of us split and each went our own ways. Lei took the flannel shirt back and went with Johan back to their room, and Miko went to his own room as well. I spent some time in the lobby watching TV and it quickly got boring, so I'm walking around the guest house looking for anyone. Looks like there is no one here. I decided to check out the locker room to see if anyone was in the swimming pool or the sauna, but it doesn't look like. Where is everyone? Check out the sauna and the swimming pool just in case. Go check out the common space. Ooh, okay, let us try to check out the sauna. Maybe we have some surprise. The lockers are all open, but maybe I shouldn't assume that it means they are all empty. I take off my shoes and walk further into the locker room. Inside one of the lockers, there is a familiar hoodie, covering some other clothes and belongings. Bingo, now where the bear these belong to might be. If he's in the sauna, then maybe I could join him for a quick session. What? Okay. I peek into the corridor just in time to see Bihon leaving the sauna. Oh, so Bihon is leaving the sauna. Why Bihon looks so weird? Okay then. I'll ask if you were going to the sauna, but probably not in those clothes. Bihon nipples look a bit weird. Like, the strip is like, what? I wanted to check if you're inside, but I see you already done. Yeah, I had 2 15-minute sessions already and that's enough for me. Now I need a cold shower. Preferably a bucket of cold water, but I don't know if they have those here. Can I tag along with you after the shower? Oh, I thought you wanted to use the sauna. Not really, I'm just looking for some company. It's been oddly silent since dinner. I suppose most are in their room. I probably would be as well if I could get into mine. Okay then, but you have to wait for me for a while. And then now I also started to realize that the hair of Bihon on his neck are actually quite weird. Especially when he's not wearing anything, he's half naked. We moved back into the locker room, me fully dressed but shoeless. Bihon wearing only a towel, all drenched in sweat and panting loudly. You don't have to wait for me here, I might take a while to cool down. I don't have anything better to do. Well, your call. The bear leaves to the showers and I sit down to the bench, taking out my phone to check the notifications. I sent a message to Miko a while ago, but he didn't reply yet. Probably back in his room, working on something or taking a nap. I write a quick text to Lei asking if anything's happened anywhere and open the web browser afterwards. I wonder how thick Bihon pelt is. I never had an occasion to touch a bear. We had some in our town, but I never had one in my class in any of the school I attended. Can't be very thick if he's wearing hoodie indoors, probably not thicker than mine. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've seen a bear up close before. Quite handsome actually, not really my type. Oh, okay. So at first I was actually into Bihon, but now after I see Bihon half naked, I feel disappointed. I gotta change my target. Not really my type. He's a cool guy, but bulky build is not my thing. Not like it matters, as far as I know he's straight anyway. Spending time with him was fun, but I still barely know him. If I had my room, maybe I'll talk him into a visit. Talking in more private environment always feel more personal. A notification icon display at the top of the screen, informing me I got a new message. Late, don't know I'm with your hand in our room. We might go out in like 15 minutes. 15 minutes isn't that much, maybe we could still do something together before the stargazing. Bihon left the shower with a towel wrapped around his waist, water dripping from his body. Huh? So you did wait? I hope not only that you could pick on me. I can tell he's joking, but I can feel myself getting flushed anyway. He started to dry himself with the towel and I turned the other way to give him some more privacy. You had any plans for after the sauna? Not really, I thought I'll go rest in my room for a while. I don't mind company though. Or we could go pay Travis a visit. He has some multiplayer games with him. Okay, I'm ready. I nod and stand up, leaving the locker room with him. Rune? Walking out into the corridor, we walk straight into the deer. Shh. Shh. Listen. We stand quietly, listening in. Do I hear a piano? Definitely, and it sounds like an acoustic one. I had no idea there was one here. That's neat. Oh yeah, there's one in the common room. I wonder who's playing it. Only one way to find out though. Are you two going with me? Sure, live music is definitely a treat. Caden? Sure, I like the idea. And I might have an idea who's sitting behind the piano. Who? As we walk towards the common room, Rune leading the way, the music gets louder. I don't know that song, but the playing style reminds me of a certain wolf I know. Walking into the common space, I see is indeed Miko sitting behind the piano. He noticed us entering the room and stopped playing, turning in our direction. Why did you stop playing? Hello. Hi Rune Bihon. And hello there Caden. I had no idea you could play piano too, Miko. That's right, he played piano and was quite good at it. I remember staying with him after classes and listening to him playing on the school piano, back when we were in middle school. Knowing a way around the keyboard helps a lot with composing. Actually started with the piano and switched to electronic instruments later. We heard someone playing the piano in here and came to listen. I hope you don't mind an audience? I don't, although don't expect too much from me. I haven't played a real acoustic thing in a long time. He touched the keyboard with such affection that for a moment I can't help but feel envious of it. So would you like me to play something? Sure. Maybe this one? Miko turns toward the piano and lifts both his canine paws, wiggling his fingers for a moment before putting them down on the keyboard. Everyone goes silent in an instant, leaving only the crackling from the fireplace resounding in the room. What? What? Seriously, this is Miko? Miko begins playing the piece, soft piano notes reverberating around the room. Okay, this doesn't make sense, okay? Miko is so hot in this picture, but why Miko look unattractive? I don't mean unattractive. He looked very small size and looked like a nerd usually when we see him, okay, during those scenes. Game developer, please explain why. He strokes the keys gently but with confidence. The three of us sit in silence, not wanting to distract him but also enchanted by the music. I don't think he would notice anything anyway, completely engrossed in playing. There's a genuine smile on his muscle, and he closes his eyes from time to time, his tail swaying from side to side with the rhythm of the piece. Okay, this is adorable. It's like he's playing with his whole body, not just his paws. The piece he's playing is delicate and calm, like a meadow brushed by a gentle autumn breeze. It makes me feel like I'm floating above the ground or being carried away by a gentle stream. It's touching something deep within me that I haven't felt for a long time. His paws move elegantly in wide swipes across the keys. It takes some effort and he has to slow down in some parts, but from the look on his snout, it's clearly that he's having a lot of fun. He looks really happy when he plays. Yeah, I remember that from the times we were in middle school together. The only times when he looked genuinely happy was when he was playing an instrument. Right now in his smile, I can see the boy he walked back then, getting lost in music and forgetting about the world around him. Suddenly I hear steps somewhere behind me. Turning around, I see Toraf entering the room, holding a banana in his paw. He raises his other paw to greet us, but doesn't say anything. Oh, Toraf looked great as well. Instead, he walks up to the free armchair and sits down quietly, listening to Miko playing. His steps feel deliberate and balanced. I hadn't noticed it before, but he walks in a really elegant way. Meanwhile, Miko finished playing the piece. You see? Miko looks not handsome, okay? But just now that I think game developer really need to align, okay? Align how these beasts look like. Taraf, that was really nice, Miko. Miko turns toward him, surprised. Hi, did we meet before? I believe not. Lake mentioned you in the conversation though. I know you are Caden's friend. My name is Toraf. It's a pleasure to meet you. A pleasure for me as well. Behold, there was something, Miko. Oh, thanks. Even if you are saying that only out of courtesy. I can't help but envy him. I myself struggle with playing anything on piano and there wasn't any fun in it for me. When I was listening to him play, I always felt inadequate. He started a bit earlier than me and that was enough to discourage me. Miko used to tell me that I just lacked the resolve to push through the first phase when playing anything is a huge effort. But for me, it seemed like I would never get out of this phase. The truth is I never applied myself, while Miko kept practicing and practicing. Now he's better than I will ever be. No, that really was great. Where did you learn to play like that? Well, we had music lessons in school, like everyone in Finland. We were playing mostly strings and wind instruments, but we had the basics of piano. I spent a lot of time playing piano by myself too, though. Oh, does it mean that you can play too, Caden? Not really. I had music lessons as well, but I was never good at it. Maybe you remember something from them though. Maybe a few melodies, that's all. Would you like to play too? Oh my god. Oh, I don't know, I haven't played in a long time, and I was never good to begin with. Oh, come on, I'm sure you're better than you think. We won't make fun of you, don't worry. He has worry written all over his face. Yes, you are right, Toraf. I don't know if it's a good idea, Rune. Try playing the piano or refuse. Okay, I will try playing the piano. Just for fun, come on. Relax, okay? I might try. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's always so hard for me to refuse when others ask me politely. The excited look on Rune's face for sure played a big role here. Yeah, I did. Rune's face looked so adorable when he is expecting something and smile. I wouldn't want to let him down, even though I know in the end I inevitably will. Miko stand up from the piano and move on to the closest armchair. Reluctantly walk over and sit down in front of the instrument. Resting my paws on the keyboard, I noticed they are shaking. What should I even play? I tried to think of any track I was ever learning. There is one that was fairly easy to play, and I think I remember it. I played a skill in which I think the track was composed, just to make sure that I remember it correctly. I don't know why among all the ones I've tried to learn, this one struck with me. I haven't listened to it in a long while. Okay, I don't really know what I'm waiting for. Not without some hesitation, I play the first note of the track and then the rest of the chord. The weight of the keys feels surprisingly familiar. The chord sounds nice and sweet. I forgot how nice it feels to play. I still feel everyone's eyes on my back though. Okay, focus. I just need to go through the piece and not make any obvious mistakes. The synchronizing left and right paw is just as hard as I remember. People often don't realize that and think that playing slow piano pieces is easy, but that's definitely not true. I feel like I'm writing an exam I forgot to study for. Okay, that's all I remember. I turn around to face the rest and see them all looking straight at me. See, that wasn't bad. Yeah, sure. Caden? Hey, I really mean it. Cheer up, you look like you're gonna cry. Behold, that was cool, Caden. Really gives me chills. I really love big craft music. I'm glad you play that one. Behold, Miko gives him a disappointed look and shakes his head. Okay, that's quite funny. What's wrong? That's not big craft music. That's a masterpiece from 19th century. Oh, not gonna lie, I was sure that was Norway from the Dick Craft soundtrack. I haven't played the game in quite a while now though. I always loved the music from it. It evokes so many memories now. I'm glad to see the time I spent teaching you did not go to waste though, Caden. Oh, right. That's why this piece stuck with me. It was the one Miko himself taught me. Frankly, I surprised even myself. Although that wasn't the best performance of this piece, to put it lightly. And it's not like I remember much of it anyway. For someone who didn't play for a long time, that's really impressive, Caden. You're really kind, all of you. Okay? Stop praising me, okay? I stand up from the piano and walk back to the sofa. My legs feel all wobbly under me, but I try to look calm and composed. I can't help but let out a big sigh of relief when I sit back down, leaning forward and hiding my snout in my open paws. Rune gets up and walks up to me, patting me on my back reassuringly. You did well, Caden, don't worry. I don't know a thing about piano, but I could teach you some basics of the guitar later, if you like. Actually, I wonder how does piano relate to guitar if knowing how to play one helps with the other. Miko, can you play the guitar too? Just what I learned at primary school. It was so long time ago that there is no point in even mentioning it. I remember maybe one song. There was an easy one by Neutral Mino Hotel. Oh yeah, of course, you mean the asteroid plane over the sea? That one exactly, yeah. It's a classic. I don't think I've ever heard of it. It's not the kind of music you look for, it's the music that finds you. Wow, that's very deep. I like it. Anyway, you won't be able to help me much then. I'm afraid not. Unless you want me to teach you to play piano. Maybe someday I have a bit too much on my paws lately. Oh, I like this. So adorable. Maybe someday I have a bit too much on my paws lately. But thank you for the offer anyway. Would you mind playing some more, Miko? I don't remember the last time I heard someone play piano live. I don't think I've ever attended any piano concert. It feels different than listening to recordings. Of course, my dear. I can't really say what it is exactly, but it just feels so much more alive and magical. I know a few more pieces, and we have time. As we sat together listening to Miko play, day slowly turned into night. Leaning on behind through the window, I observed the last minute on the evening sun, painting the sky red and orange. Oh, leaning on behind, okay. Soon after, the clouds started to give way to a clear, silky smooth sky, slowly fading to black. So many things happened today already. The afternoon is over, but the memories of it will stay with me forever. Days end so fast here up north during winter. Okay, for me, it doesn't end fast. Okay, it ends in a very slow pace. I don't feel tired at all. Quite the contrary. I'm full of energy, but it's already dark outside. Above me, the stars look like small peppers scattered across the night sky. Here, far away from the city and its polluting lights, they shine so much brighter. There's even the subtle band of light that forms the Milky Way slightly visible. It's a very cliche thing to think, but it's mind-blowing to think how big they actually are. So big and so distant. Coach Devon, impressive, isn't it? Hi, Coach. Oh! We stayed at the common space for more than an hour, first listening to Miko playing, then just walking together. Oh, who is this cute guy? At the end, we were joined by Lake and Johan, who treated everyone with chocolate they brought with them. Coach Devon is very hot as well. It was almost time for the stargazing to begin, so we hurried outside onto the terrace. Here we found a few other students already waiting, and several telescopes lined up at the edge of the terrace. The night sky here certainly is something. Next to the entrance stands Coach, together with a professor I'm not familiar with. He is a burly badger? Okay, I don't know. Probably in his late 40s or 50s, looking rather friendly and approachable. Good evening, Professor. Okay, Professor is too old for me. Good evening, Lake. And hello there, Johan. Evening, Professor. I hope you are well. I'm good, thank you. Coach Devon. Wait, Caden, don't you have anything warmer than that sweater? I do, of course I do. Just is back in my room. Oh yeah, right, I should have thought about that before. Wait here just a moment. Or even better, come back inside with me. I nod and go after him back into the guest house. Oh, it's so warm here. I'm glad he noticed. Knowing me, I wouldn't ask anyone and freeze to death outside. Okay, I'll be back in a second. He dashed off into the corridor leading to the residential park. His room, where I assume he's going, is one of the first ones, so it shouldn't take long. And indeed, after a short while, he emerged back from behind the corner, carrying a thick-looking black jacket in his paw. Oh, okay, my coach is so kind. And even his jacket is black in color, just like his fur color. Here you are, you can hold on to this until you have your stuff back. Thank you, Coach. Can I smell your jacket? I bet it smells nice. I put it on over my sweater. It's a bit oversized, but at least it's warm and comfortable. Okay, we can go back now. Coach glances as he washes, then looks at the notebook he holds in his other paw. Looks like everyone is here already. We can start now. Let me introduce you to Professor Annie Fang, who will give you a crash course in astronomy and stargazing tonight. Thank you, Devon. Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you all. So, you are here because you have signed up for stargazing as your activity for today. You probably expect to start with the telescope, which you can see over there, but that's not what we are going to do. I understand that some of you might be more advanced in the topic, but we are going to start with the very basics today. We are lucky that the wind blew the clouds away, otherwise we wouldn't be able to see much and would have to postpone the activity. Stars are favorable to us today. He chuckles at his own pun before continuing. Okay, what is pun? Devon, can you go and turn the lights off? Sure thing. Stargazing for someone not versed in it might seem uninteresting. It's just looking at the sky, isn't it? Well, in a way it is, but it becomes interesting when you know what you are looking for. The sky is truly a beautiful thing in itself, but knowing what you are looking at transforms the experience. We'll start our course with the simplest exercise. Look at the sky and try to locate the Ursa Major constellation. Wow. Thank you, Devon. So now, can you find the Ursa Major by yourself? I look up at the sky, but I have no idea what to look for. Where is the Ursa what? I've heard about that constellation, but at first glance it's hard to recognize anything even a bit Ursine looking. If you found it, please raise your paw. Glancing around, I see a few paws already in the air. I myself had no idea what to look for though. Okay, so now, how to find the constellation in the sky? When you look at Ursa Major, in its tail you usually notice a familiar shape. What? Let me see. You may know this group of stars as Caus Vonan, Charles Wagon, or the Plough. Plough? That's Big Dipper for you, Devon. Oh, sorry. British English sometimes still confuses me. Oh, that makes it much easier. I think everyone at least once in their life found that Plough in the sky. Only unlike in the city, the sky here is filled with a multitude of stars. How am I supposed to find anything amongst so many? Counterintuitively, you may find out that locating specific stars is harder here because of how many stars are visible. Focus on the brightest one and ignore all the small ones. Okay, let me see. The brightest one I suppose is in the middle. Okay, this is it, the middle. I think I see it. Looking only for the brightest stars, I finally locate the familiar shape and raise my paws. Now, why is this important at all? That constellation is the third biggest one on the night sky and certainly one of the most well known. It is extremely useful in navigation in the northern hemisphere of our planet. Even Homer in Odyssey mentions Ursa Major as the constellation that never disappeared from the sky and instead bathed in the ocean wave. If you draw a line going through them, the last two stars of the bow point us straight to the Polaris. Who can tell me why is that important? Okay, I don't care. Polaris is the North Star. It's roughly above the North Pole and so is the point around which the whole sky rotates. That's right, thank you, Johan. Sorry I'm being so disrespectful. Perhaps some of my audiences they like to do stargazing. What you might not know is that Polaris is actually a 3-star system composed of a primary star with 2 smaller companions, but that's a story for a different lesson. If anyone here is interested in night sky photography but doesn't have the money for expensive equipment, then you could take some nice photos knowing where Polaris is. With long exposure, you can get those beautiful star trails circling around the North Star. I like this guy already. It's a shame I don't have classes with him. Our physics professor is probably the grumpiest old man I've ever seen. He's really nice, but any joke about Uranus gets you thrown out of his class. Lei knows something about that. Oh, Lei, I always thought you're a polite boy that never gets into trouble. I don't know where you got that idea. I can attest that it's completely untrue. So it looks like everyone was able to locate the Ursa Major. That's great. For the next exercise, let's spice things up a little bit. Huh, what? This time you will be using telescopes. You take a closer look at Saturn through them. Oh, okay. That's it if you manage to locate it. I'll make it easy for you though, because they are supposed to be fun activities after all. You were instructed to download a sky map app to your phones before the arrival. I hope you all did that. Oh damn. If not, then do that quickly before we get to the next step. Devon, you can go too. Have some fun as well. Oh, if I can, then sure thing. Okay, so we don't quite have enough telescope for all of you. So for the purpose of this exercise, you may form pairs or triples or whatever configurations you might fancy. I don't mind. So now please step up to the telescopes. I believe you can sort into bigger groups when needed yourself. Doing as Professor Ani said, I walk up to a free telescope at the end of the terrace. Looking around, I see that all my friends are already either at their telescope or pair up with someone else. Even Miko is walking towards one alongside behind. Okay, does everyone and every group have their own telescope? Good, so now we can start. Why am I alone? Why am I alone? Named after the Roman god of time, Saturn is a good object for observation for beginners. It's relatively easy to locate and I might say, fairly spectacular because of his ring. From my own observation, I can tell you that my students prefer to look at planets than stars. We have a bit of closer relation with them, after all. You can't help but start to imagine why it might look from even closer. Who knows, maybe one of you will find some alien structure on one of the planets someday. But for now, look for an object with a golden color, shining steadily, just a tad bigger than the other ones around it. First, you will need to locate with your own eyes before finding it through a telescope. The mobile map you have on your phones will be very helpful. Oh, this activity is such a long session. An object with a golden color, shining steadily, just a tad bigger than the other ones around it. I have no idea at all. Easy to say, hard to find. I start with the sky map hoping that it will help. I have absolutely no idea how to use it. Maybe I should have read a manual or something before the lesson. I look around in desperation. Maybe I'd be better off joining somewhere else after all. Okay, who is coming to my rescue? Also, it's already the end of the day. I still haven't asked anyone about sharing the room for tonight. I think it's finally the time to make that decision, and this might be the best moment for that. So, who am I going to ask? Wow! Oh my god! Oh! I can even ask Coach! Oh my god! Okay, Late definitely is a no. Miko is a no, sorry. Toraf? Okay, Toraf. Bihon, no, sorry, after I see you half naked is a no. Johan? No, definitely no. Coach. Oh my god, okay, so Coach or Toraf or Ron. Wow, so hard, but okay, I think I will choose Coach. Okay, let me try Coach, if I will succeed. Coach, I'm really going to ask my teacher if I can stay in his room tonight, aren't I? He's hard to miss, easily being the tallest person here. Among the students here, only Rune is anywhere near his height. He's standing next to Professor Ani, who is instructing him. Maybe it's not the best moment. I'll try doing as much as I can myself, and maybe Professor Ani will leave Coach alone in the meantime. Okay, this can't be too hard. I turn on the sky map again and look over the interface, searching for any cues. Finally, I find a button that opens a menu with all the major objects in the solar system, obviously including Saturn. Oh, maybe it's easy after all. After a bit of struggling with the interface, I finally located Saturn in the night sky and managed to point my telescope roughly at it. I battled with the equipment for a bit before I noticed the smaller finder scope attachment at the top of the tube. That helped a lot. Every once in a while I glanced at Coach, but it looked like Professor Ani was helping him with the task and didn't plan on going anywhere else. I hope he won't understand me, although I'm not even sure myself what my intentions are. Before today I had a completely different image of him, and now I can't help but feel intrigued. I still know so little about him, outside of some basic fact I've heard from others. And that doesn't say much about who he actually is. I usually spend time with people my age, so talking to coach feels much different. It's like when I'm with the people that are my age, friends or other students, it's like staring at a pond. I can measure a pond, count the pebbles on its coast, and if the surface is calm and the water clean, I can even look at the bottom. With coach, I feel like standing in front of an incomprehensible lake, one whose other side I can barely see. It's a bit intimidating. I feel like I'm in a completely new territory. Wow, so exciting. Now only some fine adjustment with precise knobs of the tripod the telescope is standing on, and everything should be ready. Letting out a relieved sigh, I smile, feeling quite proud of myself. I lean in and look into the telescope. Are you serious? In the middle of the image there is a brass color orb with a ring around it. What? Are you serious? That's obvious? Stargazing? I was expecting it to look like a flat image, but it's very real and three-dimensional. The planet casts a shadow on one side of the rings, and there's a thin shadow of the ring on the planet itself too. It's not too big, but I see it very clearly. Okay, that was something. I look up at the sky dotted with twinkling stars. Saturn's now only a pale dot, tiny and distant. It looks nothing like the massive planet I saw just a moment ago, and it's just one pale dot among many. I glance at Coach again as he's still talking with Professor Ani. Just go and ask. Maybe this isn't the best idea after all. I sure don't want to have to ask him with another teacher around. They could misunderstand me. I don't really have time to wait, so I guess I have to ask someone else. Oh my god, the game doesn't allow me to ask Coach, so I still haven't found a place to stay this night. Who should I ask next? Okay, fine. Who should I ask next? Torov is a bad boy. Okay. But Rui is also bad. Wow, this is so hard. Okay. Maybe I try Torov. And let's see our chemistry. I thought I would see Torov here, but apparently he's in the minority that didn't sign up for the stargazing class. Okay, fine, game developer, fine. I have no idea which room he's in, and while I could always ask Lei, I'm not sure if I want to. He might feel bad if I told him I chose to ask Torov over him. If I want to catch him, I will have to find him myself after stargazing. And I have a feeling I might know where he'll be by then. I hope he agrees though, otherwise I'm toast. So for now, I just have to wait until we are done here. Caden? Yeah? Lei? Caden? Will he get mad if I boop him? Because I really want to boop him right now. He wouldn't even see coming. What's up? Well, I saw you standing here alone, looking so nostalgic and lost. I'm already done with the assignment, so I came to see what's up. Oh, I was just in awe at the size of the universe, that's all. Maybe felt a tiny bit of melancholia. That's really nice of him to come here and ask me though. Yeah, I felt a bit of that too. To be completely frank, that's in part also why I came over. Huh? Weren't you with your hand? No, he said he wants to stargaze in peace without me pestering him, so I went ahead and took a telescope for myself. I'm all finished with the assignment though. If you need some help, then I am here. That's not of you, but I finished just a moment ago. Yeah, it's too late for you to ask now. You can still say though, stays though. Everything is more fun with company. Nice. He looks genuinely happy to be here with me. Or maybe just be with anyone. How are you two doing? Do you need any help? Oh, is you late? I hope you're doing well. Yes, Professor. Actually, we are already done with the assignment. Good. That's pretty much all I had planned for this lesson, so you are free to play around with the telescope now if you want. Feel free to ask me any questions and have fun. Man, he stretched me out so much. Really, it seems really tame and cool. I thought so too at first. If we are done though, how about we look at some more planets? Sounds fun. I wouldn't know what to look for myself, so your knowledge will come in handy. Great. Oh, by the way, who are you staying with tonight? Oh, I hope he forget about the whole thing, but not this time. But I could never lie to him. Well, he'll find out anyway, so that would be just plain stupid. I didn't ask anyone yet, but I want to ask Toraf after we are done here. Toraf? You know each other that well already? Oh. Lake looks so disappointed. Well, kind of. Maybe, I hope so. Oh well. I'm certainly curious what his response will be. I'm really counting on him. If he declines, I will have to think of something very quickly. I think Miko would be up for it. I know he took a room alone. I don't know if he has a free bed though. Maybe that wouldn't be a problem depending on how close you two are. Okay, I thought Lake will say something like, if Toraf rejects you, you can look for me, but instead he asked me to look for Miko. Well, not that close, I don't think so. Still worth a try. Now let's find some more planets to watch. Okay, it looks like our time here is up. Thank you all for attending the lesson. I hope you enjoy it and maybe even gain a new passion. Supper is already waiting for you in the cafeteria. You are free to take it with you and eat anywhere you like it. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for joining me, Lake. It wouldn't be half as much fun without you. No problem, I hope I didn't impose on you or anything. No, don't worry. If I wanted some time alone, I would have told you. Anyway, I better go find Toraf now. I'm off to catch your hand then. See you later? Sure, later, Lake. Lake walks away and I spring back to the guest house before the queue to the door forms. Okay, finally settled the star session. If the supper is already served, then I bet Toraf is either in the cafeteria or he grabbed his meal and went somewhere else to eat. My bet is on the later option, but I'll check the cafeteria first before everyone coming back from stargazing gets there. Oh, there are some students already sitting inside, but the room is mostly empty. To the right of the entrance is a table with food. Paper plates with sandwiches and cakes are taking half of the table, and a few dozen bottles of water are standing in rows next to them. I look around the room for Toraf, but to no avail. I'll grab the food later. For now, I need to find that tiger. Turning around, I see a person I haven't seen in quite some time, Travis. Weird, I didn't hear him at all. If I hadn't noticed, I would have walked straight into him. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Hey there, Caden. You're not eating? Oh no, I mean yes, I'll grab the food in a moment. I need to find someone first. If you're looking for Miko, then he should be here in a moment. I think he's still talking with Bihon outside. Not this time, I'm looking for someone else. Who's that? Maybe I've seen them on my way. Toraf, I'm not sure if you know him. No, sorry. Good luck with that then. Keeping my fingers crossed for you. Thanks, Travis. Stop disturbing me. I move quite slowly, walking against the small crowd of students heading to the cafeteria, but I finally made my way back to the corridor. Let's see if I was right. Hi, sexy. Oh, I can see your bulge. Caden? So my bet was correct. I don't know why I have a thought that Toraf will reject me. Somehow I knew he would come here, to a less crowded place where he could also play some music. He's sitting at a chair drinking water, his plate yet untouched. Hey, do you mind? Well, how could I say no to such cute company? You see, Toraf he has such a sweet mouth. Okay. Stay, of course, it's always good to see you. I sit on a chair next to his and rest my paws on my knees, not really knowing what to do with them. By the way, do you know if stargazing is over yet? Yeah, we just finished. Aren't you going to the cafeteria then? I am, but I wanted to find you first. Oh, why me? Wait, I don't think you know. About what? So I lost the key to my room today. Of course I went to look for it first and notified the guest house staff. They couldn't get a spare key from the office due to the heavy snowfall. So they could either put me in some random room for today or let me ask around and choose myself. I prefer to ask myself, so here I am asking you. Can I stay in your room tonight? Please say yes. Cutie, please say yes. Oh, fuck. I know he will reject me. You didn't ask me if I have a spare bed. Oh, you're right. I kinda assume you did. Almost all the rooms here have 2 beds, or at least the ones I've seen. You say you had a single one though. I did? Maybe I did. Yeah, you're right. Say if I only had 1 bed, would you still want to stay in my room? Maybe. Taraf. Oh my god, Taraf. You are stirring my feeling. I mean, I haven't really thought about it. I do have 2 beds though, so that's not an issue. What a naughty guy. You can join me, sure. I just need to cancel something and we are good. Taraf takes out his phone and starts tapping at it. Meanwhile, my stomach reminds me that maybe it's time for some food. I'll be right back. I'm off to grab my supper. You know what? I'll be in my room then, and you can join me there. Unless you prefer to eat in the cafeteria? No, I'll get the food and eat with you. Can you give me the room number though? Right, it's room number 16 on the 1st floor. Oh, that means our rooms are next to each other. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's an interesting coincidence anyway. When I get my room back, Taraf will be just behind a wall. Okay, I'll see you there then. Taraf only nods. I get up from the chair and walk back to the cafeteria. Oh, guys! Okay, guys, this is so happy, okay? Taraf said yes. I have to say sorry to my audiences because some of you might realize that at first I was attached my feeling to Bihon all the while, but today is just suddenly the feeling gone after I see him half naked, okay? Guys, so I think today that's it. Please subscribe me if you want to watch the next part, which I will overnight with Taraf, which is very exciting. I don't know what will happen, okay, since he's so aggressive. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and please comment below and tell me who's your option to sleep with, okay? Goodbye.